So, Spider-Man 2 Nostalgia Critic. Oh boy, this is the Spider-Man month of the Nostalgia Critic Spider-Man month. I said that right, but anyway. So yes, I have decided also to use this camera right here instead of the webcam because it was getting a little freezing and lagging, and trying to get it right, and sometimes you don't hear me talking or laughing. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna use this and do a reaction. But I think I'm gonna do a two-part of the video because this thing has not much space. So what I'm gonna do is record, then transfer to my laptop here, and then record the second part, and then put it right here. So that's what I'm gonna do. So enough further ado, guys. Let's check this out. Nostalgia Critic for Spider-Man 2. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Booyah! Here we go. Here we go again. Spider-Man month. The
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does anything actually rhyme with man? Here's the search, no there's not, make one up, oh, look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
That's funny.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy, remember, so you don't have to. Let's continue Spider-Month with what everybody says is the greatest of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
I've been reading poetry lately.
Whatever that means.
Spider-Man 2! People went nuts when this film came out, saying it was a game changer, one of the best sequels ever made, as well as one of the best comic book movies ever made.
It gets kind of itchy. Right up in the crotch a little bit, too.
They are right, from a certain point of view. Changing up writers from 1 to 4, even getting one of the great screenwriters, Alvin Sargent. I remember at first being a little let down because I expected the dialogue to be more like ordinary people, but still got a lot of the campiness from the first movie. Looking back, though, I realized if it was written more realistic, it wouldn't have fit. It's like going from Batman Returns to Batman Forever. The style change would have been way too distracting and out of nowhere. So I've grown to appreciate how the movie tries to bring in more elements of realism while still being in the same charmingly hokey universe as the first. This movie still has a lot of great what the fuck moments though, and we're going to go over which ones
Oh,
work,
Philip
which
Marlowe's
ones
there? I
don't,
didn't
and
know
which
that.
ones... Both.
I would have seen
Let's
that.
continue Spider-Month with Spider-Man 2.
Here we
After
go.
the best opening credit sequence to a comic book movie ever, how dare you cut back to me thinking I was going to make a joke about that? We find Spider-Man on his first perilous mission of the film, delivering pizza.
In 8 minutes, I am defaulting on Joe's 29-minute guarantee.
If the Fire Nation does not get this in under 8 minutes, they're canceling the Last Airbender sequel. Don't smile at that!
Yes.
This immediately sets the tone for the entire film. In the first one, I felt like they were still trying to find their footing for what the style was, but here, it dives right into the zaniness with no apologies. I feel like someone can figure out right away if this is for them or not. Oh man, I can't wait to see the next Blade! Out! This is gonna be fun. And Darwinism at work, I got a pizza to deliver. Everybody gets one.
Thanks, Mr. Spider-Man.
This, of course, makes Peter late for his delivery, causing him to lose his job.
Give me another chance.
Yep, they're done.
Again, tone set. That is both kinda sad, but really funny at the same time. This bizarre world feels so much more embraced than before. The only thing to cement it is...
Get your pretty little portfolio off my desk before I go into a diabetic coma.
You are proof cloning will continue, because when you die, we're still gonna have you enroll.
I don't think this covers the advance I gave you a couple weeks ago. Hey, chin up, okay?
If I can survive being Rita Repulsa, you can survive this.
Right, he did it
Maybe another
for
reason I
Power
like this
Rangers.
movie is I get to see Maguire endlessly tortured. It's like this movie is a Toby sadist, and I'm very okay with that.
Dr. Connors.
Your grades have been steadily declining. You're late for class.
You're forgetting to utilize me until the reboot? Not cool. Peter goes to Aunt May, who planned a surprise birthday party inviting all his friends. Both of them.
We're about to make a breakthrough in fusion.
Your father would be so proud, rest his soul.
What was his cause of death again? Well, my butler who tended his wounds said giant knife to the ball. From Spider-Man? Well, unless he's leaving out some crucial information, I'm making that assumption, yes. In one of my favorite lines that I'm not sure was intentional, Aunt May wakes up dreaming Uncle Ben is still alive. She clarifies everybody is gone, I'm sure referring to the party, but with Rosemary Harris being such a good actress, you get the feeling she could be talking about all the people in her life.
Oh, for a second there, I thought I was years ago. Everybody's gone, aren't they? Did they have a good time?
Sure they did.
Even when you're not trying, you're being emotional.
It's just that I miss your Uncle Ben so much. Were I to face the one responsible for what happened,
I'd probably give him the silent treatment and then start a garage sale. I am loopy. I also like Peter and Mary Jane recreating their talk in the backyard. And again, the dialogue seems a bit more genuine this time instead of just quoting cheesy one-liners at each other. For the most part, she tries hitting on him, he turns her down, and then she says she's seeing someone else, leading to this weird line.
I'm seeing somebody now.
Oh, therapy.
How would you take that?
A person, a man.
So it's like therapy, but with sex and dinner. And I obsess over you and both. Parker sneaks into his apartment trying to hide from his landlord and daughter so he can delay paying the rent.
Hi. What's hi? Can I spend it?
Hi, Pete.
I'm just gonna say it. These two are my favorite characters in all the movies.
Promises were crackers. My daughter would be fat.
I want a sitcom where they own a building, all the tenants are superheroes, and they never realize it. If that can become a show, why not this? Get on it! Peter visits Dr. Octavius, played by Alfred Molina, who's working on a groundbreaking project under Harry at Oscorp. But he's heard of Peter's infamous laziness.
Oh, being brilliant's not enough, young man. Intelligence is not a privilege, it's a gift, and you use it for the good of mankind.
Like a co-worker of mine once said, with great power comes great... Oh, come on! They do get along, though, as Peter is fascinated by the possibility of Octavius creating the power of the sun. But he has a fear he might have miscalculated.
Are you sure you could stabilize the fusion reaction?
Rosie, our new friend thinks I'm gonna blow up the city.
I'm just saying I know scientists who turned into goblin people. Carry the one. I knew what I said when I mentioned this movie got more realistic dialogue. It just happens to be for a Frank Capra flick.
But if you want to get a woman to fall in love with you, feed her poetry.
Poetry.
Never fails.
If that doesn't work, try some marshmallow rice squares.
Those are swell.
Peter decides to see Mary Jane's play, but once again he gets sidetracked by Spider-Man problems. Yeah, if there's anything I know, New York on a weekend evening is always traffic-free for a car chase. I should point out that the effects in this film are a lot better. Even when they look a little fake, they're still clever and ambitious, which is more than I can say for some of the extras.
Swell.
Cut! Do we have time to do a take two? No. Great job! Totally convincing! Glad to see that fired wrestling announcer got another job.
No one will be seated after the doors are closed.
Bruce Campbell.
It helps maintain the illusion.
I wonder if that's a clue to him one day playing Mysterio. Jesus, struck a nerve!
Spider-Man, a Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can, spins away.
Racist? I don't know. I watch Fresh Off the Boat. I think that balances me out. Parker finds his Spidey powers are fading away, though, forcing him to use the elevator. Hal Sparks comes in to clarify this was definitely an early 2000s movie.
Cool Spidey outfit. Thanks.
I actually never thought this scene was written that funny, but let's be honest, this image alone is all you need. They can say anything, and you're guaranteed to laugh. The only thing that makes this image funnier is if you switched them out with... You already have them in dual roles. I promise nobody would question this. The next day, Peter tries calling Mary Jane to explain why he wasn't at the play, but he runs out of money to put in the phone.
I want to tell you the truth. Here it is.
I'm Player X.
I'm Spider-Man.
That too. Though I actually get less hate for that. I think. The next day, Peter attends Dr. Evil's experiment, as well as apparently open mic night.
Has anybody lost a large roll of $20 bills in a rubber band? Because we found the rubber band. It's a terrible joke.
Am I giving into the Stockholm, or is this awkward first date writing actually starting to grow on me? Octavius gets on to his groundbreaking experiment, just using these everyday mechanical arms that hook into a cerebellum using artificial intelligence to control their movements. Fuck the sun thing, there's like 1,000,000 gold mines in those alone!
If the artificial intelligence in the arms is as advanced as you suggest, couldn't that make you vulnerable to them?
One may ask, why even put artificial intelligence in a tool like that? It's like giving construction equipment a soul, as we saw in Supergirl. That is so dangerous!
Fasten your seatbelts.
He gives the order to Jin to start the experiment, but it wouldn't be a Spider-Man movie without science going wrong. Or an extra giving a weird line read.
This is a breakthrough beyond your father's dreams.
I just learned that line 2 seconds ago. I'm proud of however I said it. The energy starts sucking all the metal into it, though, causing it to go awry.
This doesn't change anything.
Okay, into the sun you go. We get one of those wonderful gruesome without really being gruesome deaths as his wife is stabbed in the eye with a piece of glass, killing her. How about that? A Spider-Man movie that actually earns its PG-13 rating.
Yeah.
But Critic, what about Mary Jane's wet shirt, the disintegrating skeletons, and the goblin killing people? Which were shown in the trailer, approved for all audiences. Well, clearly you had to be over 13 in order to accept the disturbing nature of all of those. But what about... This was PG! Cut the umbilical cord! It's continued with a great scene when Octavius is knocked out, but his arms are still awake, killing all the doctors trying to remove them. Sorry, that was from the Evil Dead movies, but it's wonderfully hard to tell, isn't it? Apparently Octavius was not that well sedated as he wakes up seconds after his arms killed everybody. Oh, is that operation going to take 2 minutes?
Oh, that's how I was supposed to do it.
Yes, yes, you got it. That's right. That's right. All right. All right. That was part 1 of the reaction for Spider-Man Nostalgia Critic. So part 2 is coming up next. So guys, if you like this reaction, hit the like button, subscribe and share. Don't forget to comment below. Tell me what you thought of this. Very hilarious, by the way. Good, you know. I did saw Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness, and it does resemble how it looks right here. It does, you know, the chainsaw, the scary thing, you know, but yeah, definitely understand how it is Sam Raimi, of course, and you got Bruce Campbell there. What the heck? Anyway, guys, stay tuned for part 2, and that's it for me, guys. This is Superhero Reactor saying I'll see you guys next time, and don't forget, give me a superhero trailer and I'll react.